Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 6 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 3495. Minimum operations to make array elements 0, right? So let's read the problem statement. You are given a 2D array queries where queries of I is of the form L, R. Each queries I defines an array of integers nums consisting of elements ranging from L to R, both inclusive, right? So here if you see example number 1, queries here 1 2 means 1 to 2, 2 4 means 2 to 4, all the elements in this range 2 to 4. 2 is small l, 4 is small r, so that simply means 2 3 and 4. So this is the range, right? So in one operation you can select two integers a and b from the array, right? Like this, from this array you have to select two integers a and b, and we have to replace them with floor value of a divided by 4 and floor value of b divided by 4, right? So your task is to determine the minimum number of operations required to reduce all the elements of array to 0 for each query, and then after that we have to return the sum of the results for all the queries. So see example number 1. Here queries is like this 1 comma 2 and 2 comma 4. So let's first take this query. So here you have 1 comma 2, right? So this is your small l, this is your small r, right? So range is 1 2 only, right? So only two elements are there. So let's say this is your a and this is your b, right? And in one operation you can select two integers a and b, right? So let's say a and b, we pick these two, right? And we have to replace them with the floor value of a comma 4. So a divided by 4, right? So a divided by 4, 1 divided by 4, and here 2 divided by 4. So here you are going to get floor value 0 and here also 0, right? So all the elements are 0 now. So in just one operation, we did just one operation, right? So for queries of 0, the initial array is like this. In the first operation, select nums 0, nums 1, the array becomes this. The minimum number of operations required is just 1 for this queries of 0, okay? So for this one, I can say one operation, right? 1 plus. Now see this 2 4. So 2 4 means 2 3 4, right? So among this, so we have to pick two integers. So let's say this is my a and this is my b, right? So now here 2 and here 3 divided by 4, floor value is going to be 0, right? And 4 divided by 4, 1 is going to be my floor value. Now among this, let's say this is my a and this is my b, right? So again if you do, so here 2 divided by 4 is 0 floor value, and here 0 and here also 0. So total operations we are doing here 2, right? So 1 plus 2, so our output is 3, right? So that's what we need to return, okay? So this is one thing. And same way here example number 2, if you see here 2 comma 6, so 2 is nothing but your small l, 6 is nothing but your small r, and the range is going to be like this 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6, like this, all the elements, right? L and r inclusive, right? So among this again you have to select two elements. So let's say this is my a first and this is my b, right? So here if I pick like this, so now after that 2 3 4 and here 5 divided by 4, floor value is going to be 1. 6 divided by 4, floor value is going to be 1, right? So this is my operation 1, right? Now here second operation, so among them let's say this is my a, okay, and let's say this is my b, right? So now again here if you pick 2 and 3 divided by 4 is 0, 4 divided by 4, floor value is 1, and here 1 comma 1, right? So this is your operation 2. Now next time for operation 3, let's say this is your a and let's say this is your b, right? This is how you are going to pick, okay? So here 2 divided by 4 0, this is also 0, this is also going to become 0, and this is 1 and this is 1, right? This is done. Again if you see all elements are not 0 yet, so now you are going to pick this as your a and pick this as your b. So for fourth operation we have values like this 0 comma 0 comma 0, 1 divided by 4, floor value is 0, and here also 1 divided by 4, floor value is 0, right? That's it. So all the elements are 0. Now how many operations we are doing? We are doing total 4 operations, so output is 4, right? So I hope that this is clear, okay? So here if you see in brute force how I'm going to solve, right? So in brute force what I can do, first I pick this query, right? pick this query, then solve this, right? And then after that I pick this query and then solve it. Okay, so first I pick this, here I get something, right? Here 2 to 4 I'm going to pick. So what I'm doing here, I'm taking, let's say, okay, so even if you are a beginner here, you know that when we have to reduce the number of operations, it's good if I pick the bigger elements first time, right? Here let's suppose if we have 2 comma, let's say 3 comma 4, like this. So now here if I pick, let's say 2 comma 3 first, so here I'm going to get 0 comma 0, and here I'm going to get 4 only, right? If I pick smaller, right? And then after that, here if I pick this 4 and this 0, then I'm going to get 0 0, and here I'm going to get 1, right? And again here if I solve it, so 0 comma 0 and then 0. So here if you see total 3 operations I'm doing, right? So it's good, right? It's beneficial if we pick the larger elements first. So here, even if you see here in this example, I was picking these 5 and 6 bigger elements, then in the remaining elements again I was picking the bigger elements, larger elements, right? Here also I am picking the bigger elements as A and B, right? The top 2 max elements. Here also top 2 max elements, right? Because these are already changed to 0. So it's good if I pick the numbers which are not yet 0 and the bigger elements, right, first time, right? So here this is going to be my first thinking to solve this problem, right? So what I can do, it's not like I have to sort all the elements. It's they are already sorted, right? They are already sorted for very first time. So I'm going to get like this 2 3 4 5 6 for very first time. But when I'm going to get the floor value 5 and 6, I'm going to get my array like this. So am I again going to sort this, right? And even if I sort it, right, then if I reach to this step, can do I need to again sort it and then do the last two? So this is bad, right? Again and again I'm doing sorting. So you can do here you can create one heap, right? So in heap you can do like this. So 2 to 6 range, so let's put all the elements in the heap, right? So you can use max heap 2 3 4 5 6, right? So now after that you have to pick the top 2 elements. So let's say you pick 5 and 6 and you are going to get 1 1, so you are going to put 1 1 here, right? So this is max heap. So always top 2 elements will be max 1. So now you pick this 4 3, right? So you are going to get something output like this 1 comma 0, so you are going to remove it. So now you are going to pick next max 2, right? So this is what you can do, right, for this range. And then you can find the total number of operations and then just do the addition, right, here first for this one and then for this one. So you can use heap. But for heap also, if you see insert and poll, it's going to take off log and time complexity, right? And here L to R you have to do, L to R you have to create one heap. And if you see L and R size, it is also very large, right? 1 to 10 per 9, let's say max size 10 per 9, right? On this you are trying to do the operations in a heap, right? And also you are iterating over all the queries, and queries length is 10,5, right? So definitely you are going to get a time limit exceed error, right? If the constant size is small, if the constant size is small, then you are good, then you can try solving this problem like this. Okay, so pick one query and create one heap, and in the heap add all the elements, max heap, add all the elements, and just do all these operations until the top element becomes 0, and just count the number of operations. Then pick the next, and then again create one heap and do all the operations and add the sum here like this. So this is the brute force, right? But brute force is not good because of the constant size here. So now let's see the optimal approach, how we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so let's pick this same example. All right, so you can say queries is 2 comma 6, right? 2 comma 6. So 2 is nothing but your L, and here 6 is nothing but your small r, right? And here if you write all the elements, you are going to write it like this: 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6, right? All these elements, right? So now here forget about this, that we have to pick two integers a and b, right, in one operation. Let's say I'm picking just one element here first, only two. So how many operations I need to change this to 4? So in only one operation, right? only one operation, only one time. If I just divide with 4 and get the floor value, so this is going to change to 0, so only one time, right? Same way here for 3, same way for this is for 2, same way for 3, just one operation, right? It is going to become 0, right? Just one operation. Okay, and now for 4, 4 divided by 4, then you are going to get your floor value as 1, then 1 divided by 4, then you are going to get 0, right? Okay, so here total 2 operations, right? Here one operation, here one operation, and here 2 operations, right? So for 2 operations, right? This is 1. Okay, so here this is becoming 0, here this is becoming 0, and here we are getting 1. So again we have to do 1 divided by 4, then here it is becoming 0 after 2 operations, right? So here, okay, now for 5, so for 5 also, if you notice 5 comma 4, you 5 divided by 4, you are going to get 1 floor value. So 1 divided by 4, now it is going to become 0, right? So you are going to get 2 operations, right? For this one also 2 operations. Okay, now for 6, for 6, how many operations you have to do? So 6 divided by 4. Okay, so you are going to get 1 as the floor value. It is not 0, so again 1 divided by 4, so you are going to get now 0. So again here you have to do total 2 operations, right? Total 2 operations, right? So in total here, if you see how many operations you are doing, 1 for this, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So if you count the total, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 1 7, and 7 plus 1 8, right? You are getting 8 here. Okay, 8 is the number of operations, right? 8 is the number of operations if you do individually, right? But if you do it in a pair like A and B, total two values at a time, so this value will be reduced to half, right? A divided by 2, then it is going to become 4, and 4 is your output, right? In this case, right? Okay, same way here, 2 3 4, if you just pick this, so for 2, number of operations you need to do is 1, for 3 also 1, and for 4 you need to do 2. So 2 plus 1 plus 1, 3, 3, 2 plus 1 is 1, 3, 3 plus 1 is 4, so 4 divided by 2 is 2, so that's it. 2, 2 is the number of operations that you have to do, right? So we have to divide it with the 2, because we have to do operations like this, A and B, selecting two integers. Here I am writing individually, right? Okay, this is clear. All right, but let's suppose if the total value here, for 7 also you're going to get 2 only, right? For 8 also you're going to get 2. Okay, so let's say if I have 13, 14, 15 and 16, let's say this is the range, L comma R, right? L is nothing but your 13, and this R is nothing but 16. Okay, so now in this case, for 13, okay, so this is for 6, right? Now here if you write for 7, so for 7 also you are going to get total 2 operations. Okay, and for 8 also you are going to get total 2 operations. For 9 also you are going to get total 2 operations, you can compute. Okay, for 10 also you are going to get 2 operations, like first 10 divided by 4, you are going to get 2 divided by 4, you are going to get 0, right? So total 2 operations. For 11 also, 11 divided by 4, you are going to get what? 2, right? And then 2 divided by 4, then you are going to get 2 or 0, right? So 2 operations. Same way for 12, so again you are going to get total 2 operations, right? So it is going to become 3 divided by 4, again it is going to become 0, right? So total 2 operations, right? So notice here one thing. Okay, so here if you notice one more thing, okay, if I write 1, so for 1 also only one operation is required, right? Then it is going to become 0, right? So 1 2 3, only one operation is required. Okay, 1 2 3, only one operation is required. I'm going to use this line somewhere. Okay, so just keep it in mind. 1 2 3, only one operation is required. Okay, and then here if you notice, from 4 to 12, okay, not yet completed. Okay, let's say for 13, so 13, for 13 also I think 2 operations, right? 13 divided by 4, you are going to get what? You are going to get a 3, right? 3 divided by 4, it is going to become 0, right? So 2 operations. So for 13 total 2 operations, 2 steps, right, you can say. And for 14, 14 divided by 4 is nothing but you are going to get floor value 3. 3 divided by 4, again it is going to become 0, but after 2 operations. Here also 2 operations, right? So for 14 also it is 2. Okay, now for 15, you have 15 divided by 4, right? Now you are going to get 3 floor value, right? And here 3 divided by 4, it is going to become 0, but again 2 operations, right? So here 2 steps you can say, or 2 operations, right? Okay, now here for 16, how many steps? Now 16 divided by 4 is nothing but 4. Okay, 16 divided by 4 is nothing but 4. Now 4 divided by 4 is nothing but 1. Now 1 divided by 4 is nothing but 0. So now 3 operations in total. Okay, so for this one total 3 steps, right? So here if you notice, now 1 2 3 1. Now from 4 to 15 you are going to get, you are going to do 2 operations, right? So there is one pattern I am seeing right here, right? 1 2 3 1 step, 4 to 15 2. Now start from 16. Okay, and if you calculate the same thing like this, so you will see here until 63 we are going to see total 3 operations, right? So let me show you for 63. Okay, so this is 63. Okay, let's say now 63. So 63 divided by 4, tell me what is the value? So you are going to get 1, right? And here 1, and here 2, so you can say 15. This is what you are going to get, right? Floor value. Okay, 63 divided by 4, so you are going to get here 4 1 ja 4. Okay, 2, and here 3 comes 15, and here you are going to get 3 remainder, this 15. Okay, so it's the floor value, right? 15 point something you get, so 15 is the floor value. Now 15 divided by 4, it is nothing but 3, right? Now 3 divided by 4 is nothing but 0. So how many operations you are doing? 1 2 and 3. Okay, 3 operations are doing, you are doing here. But for 64, right, so here you are going to get, right, 64 divided by 4, which is nothing but 16, right? Okay, right? For 1 here 2, so yes, 16. So 16 divided by 4 is nothing but 4. Then 4 divided by 4 is nothing but 1. Then 1 divided by 4 is nothing but 0. So now you are doing total 4 operations. So until 63, 3 only, right? So this is one pattern, right? Okay, this, keep this in mind. Okay, these 3 lines. Okay, now here, before explaining this, now if you see this, 2 plus 2 plus 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, and here 9. So 9 is the number of steps individually. Okay, individually, right? This is individually, right? But here value is odd, right? Here value is odd. So now you don't have to do just 9 divided by 2 here, then you are going to get 4 point something, right? So now you may return 4, right? But 4 is not the output here. Output is 5 for this one. Okay, so what we have to do here, we have to return 5. So you can simply return the seed value. Okay, so 4.5 in the end, whatever the number of steps you are going to get here in this part, just do the seal of this one. Okay, so here this is 5. Okay, so here let me show you those 5 operations manually. Okay, 13 14 15 16. Okay, like this. So you have to pick in pair, right? So first 16 divided by 4 is nothing but 4, and 15 divided by 4 is nothing but 3. Okay, this is your first operation, right? Now second operation, these two are bigger, right? These two. So second operation is here 3, and here also 3 you are going to get, right? 14. Okay, and here 3 and 4. Done. Two operations are done. Now third one, pick these two, right? So here you are going to get 0 and 1, and here 3 and 3. Okay, now fourth one, here you are going to get 0 0, and here 0 and 1. Okay, 4 are done. Now fifth one, you pick any two. Okay, top two. Now it is becoming 0. So here 5 is the output, right? Correct. So here we are doing the summation of all these individual steps, and then I'm just dividing it with 2, and I'm getting this value 4.5, right? So I have to just return the seal of this one. Okay, so you can do this thing, right, for seal, or you can also write this 9 as just add 1, right, so that we always get seal value. So 9 plus 1 divided by 2, you are going to get 5. Same way here also, if you do the plus 1, okay, you are always going to get the seed value. So 8 plus 1 divided by 2, you are going to get 9 divided by 2, which is nothing but 4.5, which is approximately equal to 4. So we are good, right? Even if you do plus 1, here also you are going to get 4 only, right? And origin also you are going to get 4 only if you do 8 divided by 2, or if you do 8 plus 1. But here also, if you do 9 plus 1 divided by 2, it's equal to 5 only, and 5 is the requirement. So with addition of plus 1, we are handling both the cases. Okay, you can use seal operation or just do plus 1 divided by 2, whatever the total value, because it is taking care of both even and odd, right? Even in even case also we are getting correct, and now in odd case also we are getting correct if I am doing plus 1. Okay, this is one thing, right? Okay, so this is one thing, right? Now here, if you notice this pattern, but why we need this pattern here? Okay, so here if you see, I am calculating this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Okay, in this range I am calculating the individual steps one by one, right? But here if you see, L and R very big size. Okay, if my L is 1 and let's say R is 10^9, so am I going to calculate the individual steps for all these 10^9 elements? Then this is also bad. My loop is running 10^9 times, right? This is also bad, right? So now I have to optimize it further, right? This is bad because I am running this in this range. Okay, individual steps calculation also it is taking 10^9. This is also bad, right? So I have to optimize it further. Now this pattern comes in place, right? So 1 2 3, number of operations is 1. From 4 to 15, number of operations is 2. From 16 to 63, number of operations is 3, right? Am I right? 16 to 63, 4 to 15, 2. Okay, so now if you notice this pattern, right? Okay, this no, here let's say this is my table. Okay, this is my table, and this is nothing but my capital L value, right? And this is nothing but my capital R value, and this is nothing but my number of steps. Okay, so in this range 1 2 3, all the elements are taking just one step, 1 2 and 3. In this range, this is capital L, this is capital L, capital R, not small l and r of the query. Okay, note this small n and r of the query. I'm saying capital L and capital R, I'm taking this. Okay, all right, so this is done. So let's say for the final, okay, 1 2 3, and let's say here you are taking the s number of steps. So can I write here it like this, 4 power s minus 1? Can I write it like this? Okay, so let's say your s is 3. Let's say your s is 3. So if your s is 3, right, if your s is 3, okay, if your s is 3, let's say, then definitely 4 power s minus 1, s is 3, so s minus 3 minus 1 is 2, so 4 square is 16. So this is correct. So right, I verified here. If s is 3, then 4s minus 1 is 16. If s is 2, then 4s minus 1 is nothing but 4. Okay, if s is 1, then 4s minus 1 is nothing but 1. Okay, clear? Same way here I can write it nothing but 4 power s. Okay, and 4 power s I can write. Okay, and here I can do minus 1, right? I can write it like this. Okay, if you see this pattern. So here let's prove this also. S is 3, so s is 3, that's it means 4 power 3. 4 power 3 is nothing but 64, right? 4 into 4 is 16, and 16 into 4 is 64, and from 64 if you subtract 1, you're getting 63. So I am right here. So this is a pattern that I have derived here, right? Okay, so we are going to take s number of steps from for this 4s minus 1 to 4 power s minus 1, like this. Okay, so this is what I derived. Okay, now my question is very easy now. Okay, so here if you see this 2 to 6, 2 to 6. If you notice here, if you take 2 to 6, 2 to 6, and this is nothing but small l and small r, right? And that simply means that we have elements like this: 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, now here 2 to 6 here, right? 2 to 6, let's say this is your small l, this is nothing but 2, and this is your small r, that is nothing but 6. Okay, so this l and r, okay, this exists in this range, right? Capital L and R, 4 to 15. Okay, so 4, not complete 4 to 15. Some elements also exist here also, right? 2 exist here also, right? So this is nothing but 2 comma 6. Okay, all right. So 2 comma 16, right? So some elements exist here in this, right? Okay, 1 2 3. So 1 2 3, some elements exist, and some elements exist in this 4 to 15 also, right? Okay, so here if you notice 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3 means this 2 and 3. Okay, here, so for both of them, what is the number of steps I am taking here? 1. Okay, the total number of steps I am taking 1. Okay, for these two, the number of steps here, L2R, so 2 and 3 are there, right? Only I have right now, so 1 is the number of step I'm taking. Okay, so here 2 to 3 I'm taking just one step. Okay, so now after that 4 5 and 6, 4 5 and 6, right? 4 5 and 6 exist in this range, so 4 5 6, okay, exist in this range, right? 4 5 6. So for this I'm taking total number of steps as 2, right? Now here one step is for this and one step is for this, right? One step is for this and one step is for this. So total number of steps is going to be total number of elements here, right, into 1, right? Okay, same way, 2 steps for this, 2 steps for this, 5 individual steps. Okay, 2 steps for this. So in total I can say total elements here 3 into this number of steps, so 6, right? Okay, so overall result, but what is the overall result I'm getting? 2 plus 6, 8 is the overall result, right? But number of operations I have to divide it with 2 because I can pick the values in pairs A and B like this. So my output is 4, right? And that is the correct output for this 2 comma 6 4, right? All right, this is clear, right? Okay, and one more thing here, it's very easy to calculate the number of values in this number of values too. Okay, what you have to do, last value in this range, the first value in this range, plus 1, so this is going to be nothing but 3. Last value in this range, first value in this range, minus 2, and just 2 plus 1, so 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, that is nothing but this value. Okay, so I hope that this part is also clear. Okay, now this is clear, but how you are going to know that this here 2 to 6 you have given, right? But all the elements, they are not belonging to the same range of capital L and capital R, right? So this also you have to derive, right? So how you are going to solve this? So let's understand that thing. Okay, so here okay, so here one more thing here, let's say 4 to 15, right? 4 to 15, let's say 4 here, capital L, I'm saying capital L, 4, and let's say your R is nothing but 15. Okay, right? So let's say this is a number line. Okay, in this number line all the values are taking 2 steps. Clear? Now I am saying my L is 13 and my R is okay, here you can, or you can say my R is 13 and let's say your L is 10. This is what I want. Okay, so here if in this number line, let's say my here L is here, okay, right, and my small r is here, right. So r is nothing but 13, okay, done. Now I need values of these ones only, right, this part only, right, this part only. This is my complete, right, but I want the value of this part only, right. So here I can do one thing, my start, okay, the start point of my start point, I can say it is nothing but the max of small l and capital L. What is the max among them? Max among them, L and small l. So max is this L, right. L can never be on this side, right. If L small l is on this side, that simply means that it is some other interval, right, but I'm talking about this interval only, right. So in this interval, if I do the max of capital L and small l, I will always get the start point, right. My start is here, in this range I have to find out. So I can say, uh, I can write it like this: math dot max of small l and capital L, right. And same way, where is my end? Okay, end is in this range. So and I can say end is the minimum of smaller and capital R, okay. So here math dot min of r comma small r, right. This is the end, okay, clear. So in this range only we have to calculate the number of elements, right, start and end. We have to make sure whatever the L and R we are taking, it is in that particular interval. And if it is in that interval, okay, then just calculate the start and end using this formula, and then it is very easy now you calculate the number of elements. So number of elements, you know the formula, end is uh, 13, start is 10, okay. So 13 minus 10 plus 1, so 4 number of elements are there, that is right, 10, 11, 12 and 13, okay, 4. So for this 4 into 2 number of steps that you are taking, 8 in total, and divided by 4, or 8 plus 1 divided by 4 you have to do, right. So you are going to get 2 only, right. Oh, here you have to do 2, so you are going to get 4 only, right. Okay, so 4 is the number of operations in this range, right. So this is one thing, okay. And here what else we can solve? Okay, what else is pending here? This is done, all right, okay. This part 2 to 6, all right. So what you have to do here, 2 to 6 you have to solve, okay. So let's solve this now. 2 to 6, okay. So initially always start your L with 1, okay, and for very first interval s is equal to 1, right, okay. And this s is always incrementing, right, 1 then a 2 and then 3, okay, like this, right. So now let's do the dry run on this, okay. L is 1 and s is 1, right. This is nothing but step multiplier, this capital S I'm taking, okay. All right, now here I am going to run one while loop, while, okay, while my capital L, okay, this L value is less than equal to my this R, okay, this R value. Until then, why I'm writing it like this? Why I'm writing like this? Okay, 2 to 6 we have to find, right. Here, let me use this pen. 2 to 6, okay. So here first I am want to find, this is my small l and this is my small r, okay. So first time my L is 1, right. So in this range I will cover some elements, right, but still my L is less than equal to this 6, right, okay. That simply means that this L is less than equal to R, right, because here 6 is there, and that simply means, reason is because my value of R is still not here, okay. Here also if you notice, my L is 4, okay, starting is 4, but my R is 6, right? My R is 6. So still I'm not sure that this interval ends at this 6. Okay, if it covers this 6 or not, then I'm going to jump to this. Okay, so next time my L is 16, which is greater than my R. That simply means that I'm not going to use this interval, right? So that is why I'm running this. So for safe side, I'm just saying my L value, okay, the starting point here, it should always be less than equal to this R. Okay, if it's not, then definitely we are going to use this range. That's why I'm writing it like this. Okay, all right. Okay, so here initially your L is like this. All right, so now what is your value of R? So R value here you can also write it like this now. This is 1, right? So you can also write it like this: 4 multiply by L, this L minus 1. You can also write it like this. Okay, 4 multiply by L, L is 4 here, minus 1, you are going to get 15. 4 multiply by L, L is nothing but 16. 16 into 4, 64, minus 1. This is how you can write. Okay, so for this L, my R is going to be, I'm going to say 4 into L minus 1. So here in one loop, you know your L is this, step is 1 initially, this capital S value, and you are running this loop now. Okay, now here after this you are going to calculate the start and end. So start and end you have to calculate. So how you are going to get the start and end? So for start and end, okay, so your L is 1 right now and your R is here. Okay, capital R, and capital R is nothing but 3. Okay, done. But your small l is here. Okay, and your R is somewhere here, right? So right now I can only take this interval, right? I can take only this interval, right? Because in this interval my number of steps is this 1, right? Number of steps is 1, capital S is 1 in this interval, right? So start, I am applying the formula math.max of here, let's write now, math.max of small l and capital L. So this is going to give me the start point. So start I have to do here now. My end is somewhere here, but I have to stop here first, because after that the number of steps that elements are going to take is 2, right? So I have to stop here somewhere, right? So end is nothing but, I can say, math dot min of smaller and capital R, right? So here I am going to get my start as, okay, my start as 2, right? And my end as 3, right? Okay, this is done. Now between 2 and 3 number of elements I have to calculate, right? My start is less than equal to my end, so number of elements I have to calculate is end minus start plus 1, the formula that I have told you, right? So it is going to give me 3 minus 2 plus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 total number of elements, and 2 into multiply this S. Okay, all the elements are taking one step, right? So 2 into S is nothing but 2, right? So here I can say 2 to 3. Okay, 2 to 3 in this range first I solve, right? Start and end. So total 2 elements are there in this range, so all are taking one step, 2 into 1, so total 2 steps, right? This is done. This is done here. Okay, now next time my S will be incremented, S plus plus. Okay, first time my steps is 1, now it is going to become 2. Okay, and my new value of L is going to be, first time it is 1, next time I can say now, here I can write it nothing but 4 into previous value of L. So previous value of L is 1, so 4, 1. Here also 4 into previous value of L previous value is 4, so 16. Okay, so next time my L is going to be L multiply by 4, right? So this is done. So now my, after again I come to this loop, my 4 is less than equal to 6, true, right? So now 4, my L is 4, my R is 63, right? So starting from 4, okay, starting from 4 and until here capital R is nothing but 63. Okay, so again I have to calculate start is going to be nothing but 4, and my R is minimum among this, so it's going to 6. So total number of elements 6 minus 4 plus 1, 6 minus 4, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 elements, right? So 3 elements are taking 2 steps, so 6, right? So here 4 to 6, total 3 elements. So 3 elements are taking 2 steps, so 6. So overall 6 plus 2, 8. And now final output is nothing but 8 plus 1. You have to do plus 1 because we are taking seed value now. So here you have to return 4. 4 is your output. That's it. Okay, so I hope that you guys are clear. That's it. That's what we need to do. Okay, very simple. Now let's write the same story whatever I explained. Code is very small. Okay, right? And you know why we are doing plus 1. Okay, because it is going to handle both even and odd case. Code is very simple, nothing complex. Okay, very simple code. All right. Okay, so now here this is your main method, right? The main method which you need to solve. So here let's say we have to return the answer in a long, right? So here I'm just going to use long result. I'm just going to make it 0 initially, right? Then I can use simple for each loop int query in queries. I will iterate over all the queries one by one, and I'm taking my small l value, that is nothing but query of 0, and I'm going to take my small r value as nothing but query of 1, and then the number of steps that I'm going to have to calculate, right? So for this I will just call my helper method, and in the helper method I'm just going to pass my l and r. Clear? This is done. Now whatever the number of steps that I'm going to get, I have to just add this number of steps in the result, right? And here I'm just going to add the number of steps like this, steps plus 1 divided by 2, right? So in this way we are handling both odd and even case, right? We have to divide by 2, right? So in the results I'm going to do this. Okay, then next query, for next query also l and r, then I'm going to calculate the number of steps and I'm going to add in result. Then for next query l and r, number of steps, then steps plus 1 divided by 2, will add in result. Okay, and finally I'm going to add return result here. Okay, but now we have to write this helper method. Okay, so now let's write this. This is also very simple. So here private long, and here your helper method, and in helper method you have to pass small l value and small r value, right? So here every time you have to start from long l, start from 1, right? So you can say this is nothing but left bound of current range, left bound of current range. Then after that you have to write here long s, and it's nothing but it is equal to, you can say 1 initially, right? So you can say this is nothing but step multiplier. Okay, multiplier, and here level or depth, right? You can say level 1 2 3, it is increasing like this now. So depth, right? This is done, and here the number of steps you have to calculate. So let's create one variable long steps and equal to 0 only, and then you have to run one while loop, and I have told you why we are writing it like this. Okay, l is less than equal to small r, right? So until this is true, so we have to first calculate the value of r. So r value is nothing but, you can say 4 into l and here minus 1, right? So this is nothing but your right bound of current range. Okay, now here after that we have to just find the start and end. Okay, so overlap of, you can say l comma r with this capital L comma r, right? So this we have to check now, right? So l comma r, right? So now inside this you have to calculate long start is equal to math dot max of, and this you already know, right? Why we are writing it like this. And here long end is equal to math dot min of small r, and here capital R. That's it. Okay, and this is done. So now here if start is less than equal to your end, right, In that case, you have to just write steps is equal to steps plus, and here you have to just calculate end minus start plus 1, okay, into s. That's it. Okay, all right. So this is done. Then once this is done, then we have to move to the next level, next range, right? So you can say s plus plus, and your l is going to be l multiplied by the 4. That's it. And from this helper method you have to just return steps. That's it. That's it. This is complete code. Okay, only 30 lines of code. Okay, now let's run it and see if then code issue. Will try to fix that. So see, all the test cases has been accepted. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.